I need this video recorded so that I can follow it up later.
Yeah,
Oh
the
God.
recording has started already. So we've added our access key. Now it's time for us to basically add our secret key. So the region name, another thing is what region are we using? So if we come back to this file and we go to our
EUS.
main.tf,
EUS 2.
okay, and the default output is JSON. Right. So now if I run Terraform plan again, let's see what error to give us now. Okay, so retrieving AWS account details, validating provider credentials, retrieving caller identity. Okay, so it's basically saying that the key pair or the access key is kind of invalid. So we can come back to AWS here and go to the I am section. Okay, and we can basically just come down to the users. Okay, we can create a new user and basically give this user Terraform. Mm, so we don't want the user to access the console. We can use next, and we can add policies directly. So what we're looking for is the administrator access. So click on administrator access, scroll down next, and yeah, we can basically create this user. And now we have the Terraform user created. We click on Terraform user and we go to the security credentials, scroll down a little bit and click on create access key. Here we click on command line interface, then we click understand. Okay, so we click on local code rather. Then next, okay, understand, next, then create access key. So now it shows me the access key and the secret access key. So I want to download this CSV file. So I'm going to copy this access key and come back here and we can do our AWS configure again, and I can paste this access key here and come back here and basically just copy the secret access key, and yeah, every other thing is the default. So I can come back to run my Terraform plan again and let's see. So now we have our plan created for us. So this is everything that is going to be created. You have the plan 23 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy, right? So if I basically do like a Terraform apply now, everything will automatically be created. Femi,
Yeah, apply. Oga, apply, beg.
yeah, you have seen the issue that you're having now.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
so
go
you
and do
need to
another
go to
assessment.
exactly.
And also, hey, one more thing. Do I need to, the AIM, AMI, sorry, of Ubuntu? I
Hmm.
noticed that the one in the variable.tfi is different from the one in your own this thing.
Yeah, I've
So,
said this before. Depending on your location, that access key or sorry, the EMI will definitely change.
okay.
So you need
So
to
we need
check
to
it
take
out.
it.
Yeah,
All right.
Yes,
All right.
if you are using another different region, then that means the AMI will change.
No, even if it's that London, it's still not the same thing. No. I think it's different from for everyone.
Maybe you are using London EU, maybe London another region, different region.
Okay, all right. But
Yeah,
my boss.
London can have many regions or some few regions.
Okay. No, it's under variable.tf. Yeah.
Okay, so here now we need a new user and an access and secret access key.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so either you run it through Vagrant or but that means does that mean we cannot run it on Windows just like we run the other project?
you run it on Windows is, how do I put it? It is not certain. I get what I'm saying. So it's better you do
Uh,
something that is certain than try testing what works and what doesn't work. I get what I'm saying.
okay. Okay, so at the end you will share this short video now so that I can follow it up.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
All right. Yeah, I'll be glad. You know, I've been giving you thumbs up even on YouTube now. You can see
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so let's sign this BC. Okay, so 3B. Have that there. And our keep here, we definitely need to change this. So you also need to check the keep here and basically change what is in the keep here.
Yeah, but I thought you are done running it
Windows
already.
E2. No, that was just the testing I did, right? It was not even related to running it. Because I said before, the plan is different from when you run it. You can run the plan and everything will look perfectly well, but when you run it, you will now get one error. So you need to actually make sure everything works. Um, so the key pair we're going to be using is not going to be London key 2. Okay, so I can change this here and okay.
That means you need to export that London key too and then put it again inside this file, right? Inside this Terraform directory.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because I was wondering, it's not like Digital Ocean that you can edit the keep here. On AWS, you can't really edit the keep here. Once it makes the keep here, you are it's the one they make for you. You have to use.
Okay, so
Okay.
here it says the private key is a file uh slash root slash terraform, which is this, then slash root server 2. So we'll be changing this into London and we'll be calling this directory because that's where our root file is going to be. Okay. Okay, we can basically just leave it here and we can use this Ansible playbook to add. We change the configuration of the Ansible playbook. So we can just change this spin and coming here, we can come to our configuration here. And instead of saying tilde slash terraform slash Ansible playbook, we can or we can just basically create it in this tool space here. So we have it in two places. So we have it inside this directory where our Ansible playbook is, and we have it here too. So I'll definitely just change the name of this, rename this, and paste. Then click on enter. Then I can now copy all the contents that is here and paste it here. So I can now move this, or let's say copy this into this directory. So now we have it in two places where we're going to be needing it. And yeah, what I can do now is I can basically just push this against git. So git commit, git add dot. So git commit and we have a git push. So let me try to git pull. Okay, so I need to do a change directly from here. So let's edit this file and just change this font name. So let's copy the okay, so we have the root server. Just pull back again. It's empty. Okay, please give me a minute, please. Okay, so this was pulled automatically. Okay, so let's do like the git commit again. See if it works. Okay, so let's do our git push. Okay, so everything now should be present here. Okay, so we have our London keep here, and we also have it in our Ansible file too. So what we can do now is come to this directory and do a git pull. Okay, so now we have everything present, the London keep here and everything. So we can now do our Terraform apply. So then dash dash auto dash apply. Okay.
Okay, it's creating now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Boss, please, can you go to your VS Code and did you export that London key? Did you put it in your VS Code like the,
Yeah, yeah, it's on my US code. This is it.
okay, you exported it from AWS, and
Yeah,
this is the key.
yeah, this is the key. It was installed
Okay,
on
so even
AWS.
if we created root, even if our own is root dash London dash this thing, as long as we export it
Yeah,
from
yeah.
AWS
And you
to
put it
work,
here.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
So the only issue now basically is that the domain name that I have there is no longer registered. It has been expired. So the most important thing is just to know that everything works perfectly well. Okay, so it seems like it has created our instances. Um, if you come back to our instance here, so you can see all our three instances running, right? Everything is active already. We can also still come back to this mini project and connect to it again so that we can check it in our Ansible directory, right? If everything is created. Okay, so we have this here. If you do ls, we can see our files. You see the into Terraform, ls, and we see the into Ansible play, ls. Okay, so it didn't export the what's it called? Let me look at the code again. I said we save the site or YAML. Okay, so supposed to export it from the EC2.tf. Okay, okay. Let's wait a little bit and see. Okay, still creating the local server.
Okay, is it going to export the IP addresses to the
Yeah,
ansible.cf?
yeah. Into the host inventory.
Yeah, okay, it's going to bring it here.
Yeah. Okay, so now this is the error that we're getting. So we have like the local file, okay, the one that I didn't copy, right? It's file.ip address on this is 267 and expect unexpected error code while creating file directory. Permission denied. So that was the error that I got while it was creating it in slash root slash Terraform. So we will need to, since we're running it on AWS, we need to make a change here. We need to make a change here. So it shouldn't be slash root anymore. This should be slash Ubuntu. Okay, because if you check here, we are basically using the user is Ubuntu, that's the username. So yeah, we'll change that to Ubuntu and that's the first one. Now we have creating the route table RTB association. Okay, so this is line 53. We have worked on this. So let's check line 53 here in the route table section and remain.tf. Okay. Okay, so you're saying the subnet is not found. Let's see. Subnet. Okay, so we can create VPC here. Okay, so we can check our subnet. Okay, so we have these two present here. Okay, so it seems that we made a mistake here. Okay, so just to be sure, let's head over to the Terraform AWS
I pick
registry.
up.
Okay, and you can search for VPC. I see the VPC here, and scroll down a little bit in the route table section, or we can just search for the route table. Okay, route table association, and yeah, this is where we made a mistake. We were tagging the VPC ID, right? It's supposed to be just ID, not VPC ID. So we're going to remove that. And from here, everything should work perfectly well. So we have to git add again, then git commit -m, which is change main.tf. Then we can now do git push. Okay, so now we have everything already here. So if we load this, we can come back to this place and do like a git pull. Okay, so this is hanging now. Okay, so we can do something like so ls-al, we should have our Terraform stake. Okay, everything's present. So we can do like a git pull. Exactly. So now that we've done our git pull, we can now do run our Terraform again. Terraform apply auto approve, right? And yeah, we shouldn't face any issue. Okay, so all this have been created for placing certain things and instances. So routable association. Okay, so this is still hanging. So I'll just cancel this out. Okay, so coming back here, if I open our EC2 space, okay, so EC2, um, so we have the second one running, and yeah. So what we want to do now again is we want to log into this, and down here we can see our VPC also and our subnets. So we want to connect to this again, and we want to come back to our instances. Okay, so the same thing is saying here, permission denied.
We are
So,
not seeing your screen, boss. We are rather seeing you.
oh, you're not seeing me.
We are seeing you, not your screen.
Maybe check your connection. We are seeing the screen.
Ah,
Okay, so
what's happening to you? There's nothing happening to my own. It just came back now.
yeah, so this is the create local. It's also still saying file error. So we will need to basically check this out. Let's come back to our resource file here. Local. Okay, so what's the file name? Or where's the error? So it's a local underscore file. Okay, so we have this local file resource. So let's see if we can try one more thing and change this to Tilda. Um, Instead of slash Ubuntu, we change this to Tilda. And yeah, let's try to push it also. Okay, so this works. Now we can now do a git pull here again, and we can try to run our Terraform apply again, and hopefully it works this time.
Are you starting afresh again?
Yeah, it will have to run again.
Hmm. I mean, this work no be small work. Oh.
Hmm. Okay, so it seems like everything worked. So we can basically just come to our cd, the Ansible. Okay, and we can LS. Okay, we don't see the what's it called? The IP address of. Okay, so if we see the into. Mhm. So it actually just created the IP address and put it inside this directory that we call the copy paste. So it has Terraform again, and it has Ansible playbook again, and it has the host inventory. So if you cast the host inventory, you have all the IP addresses. But this is not where we want it to be. So we definitely have to make changes to this. So since it's detected tilde here, we can basically just remove this tilde, right, and leave it as slash terraform, right? So it automatically just helps us detect our terraform file. So we can also do the same thing again, push this git add, git commit, and git push. So yeah, we can cd dot dot cd dot dot cd dot dot again, then cd dot dot and cd dot dot again. So we now want to remove this tilde. So rm dash rf. Okay, so we have removed it now. We can now do like a git pull. Okay, so we can now run the Terraform again. Okay, so Terraform apply. So I've actually terminated a lot of instances here. Okay, so everything is shutting down again. Okay, and new ones are creating. Um, okay, so giving us permission denied. If you're running this on a Vagrant machine, you won't have any error. But this is AWS, right? So definitely there will be one or two changes to everything. Okay, so best thing is take the error now and copy it to Google. Okay, we will get you anything. Okay, let's check code cloud and see if there's going to be. Okay, so basically this said we should use what's this slash home. So we can do something like slash home slash Ubuntu, then slash Terraform, then slash slash. So we can now do push this again, and hopefully this should work. Okay, so coming to our, so we can do a git pull again, and we can run our Terraform. Okay, so let's check again. Ansible playbook, and we have our host inventory installed, so we can basically cast the host inventory, and you see all the whole IP addresses that are here. So if we want to double check and make sure everything is the same, we can just tick the one of the IP addresses or one of the instances here, and yeah, let's raise this up a bit. You can see the IP address IPv4 35.179.90. So if you come back here, we should be able to see 35.179.90.60. Right, so this works very well. So let's just test the Ansible, right?
Okay, this last one worked.
Yeah, it worked. Ansible dash playbook, right? Then we have our, what's it called? Site, the YAML. Okay, okay, so we don't actually have Ansible installed here. So we have to do sudo apt install Ansible dash y.
Oh, okay. So we have to install the way we install Terraform. We have to install Ansible too
Yeah,
for that configuration for that script to work.
what script is that?
No, like is this terminal? Is it the terminal that we created?
This is the AWS terminal where we run the Terraform stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That time, and if we are using any other terminal, any other Linux machine, we have
Yeah,
to install Ansible 2 on it.
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Okay, so it says no inventory was passed. Um, okay, so it says the host is not valid. So we can do nano into our Ansible config. Okay, so we said the inventory is equals to host dash inventory. So Control X, ls and C, host dash inventory. And if we nano into host dash inventory, okay. So now we need to remove all these spaces. Control O, enter, Control X. So okay. So I've done that, and okay, so let's see. Let's just go on this again. Okay, so the same error. So we can do something like I, then the host inventory file. So Control X nano site, and we want to change this to hosts. Okay, okay, so we're going to type in yes. Okay, um, so saying permission denied the public key. So another thing is the public key. Do we have public key here, which is the London key perm? So if we nano into the Ansible CFG, our Terraform Ansible playbook, then London to. So here we'll just come down here to make one particular change, which is the slash home slash Ubuntu. And for this also, the false is capital letter, right? So the remote user that we're going to be using is Ubuntu, and Control O, enter, Control save, and yeah.
I think it's the permission, the SH mode, if I'm correct.
The permission.
Yeah, SH is the executive is that 400 mode,
No, CH mode.
SH
No, I don't think it is.
GH.
CH mode for 400 for London key. So try this again. See the same error. So let me try to SSH into the instance. SSH that's I. Then the London key here. Then we have Ubuntu at this particular IP address. Copy, paste. So we're saying that the permission denied here. Okay, so let's basically do the same thing. So let's see another IP address. Name of server not known. Hmm. Okay.
Master, I want to ask,
Yeah.
for the purpose of this submission, is it possible for us to explain it in readme.com that I'm giving a screenshot of these steps? Is that acceptable to explaining it in a readme.py?
Well, the main point was to create a blog, right? That's what we actually made it there to be. So taking screenshots is actually important.
Okay.
So it's basically giving a name of service not known. Um, okay, so we have the known. So let's cut the known hosts. So let's rm dash r known hosts, and let's basically cd into the Terraform, cd into Ansible. Okay, and let's try to run that same command again. Okay, so you see giving this error. So what we need to do now is basically come over to our server here to make one change so that we can just pull it. So we have Ansible. Let's change this to false, right? Add an extra e so we can use that to pull it. So let's do a git push. So git add first and git commit, then we have git push. Okay, so now we have to come over back to our, so actually git pull. Okay, so if we cut our ansible.cfg and we see the, okay, give me a minute. Okay, so back to this. So yeah, one was able to connect, right? One instance was able to connect. So after running the whole Ansible, so I ran this again and was able to connect to one SSH-I. Yeah, so what we have to do now is we have to nano into this Ansible.cfg. Okay, so everything is perfect here. Control O, Control X, and we will have to run our Ansible playbook again. Yeah, so we just basically run this. Okay, so you still saying three of them is unreachable. Okay, so let's see. Let's nano into, I'm guessing where we let's nano into the Ansible.cfg file and make a change to this. So we have this in the slash Terraform. Okay, so let's use tilde slash Ansible playbook. Good. Let's try this out. The same error. Give me a minute, please. Okay, so basically the issue was this. I don't know, for some reason, it was not detecting the private key file. So while running this, you have to basically just use the the extension, or just add this dash dash private key. Then you write the exact path to your private key, right? So basically this should work for you, because basically this is what's already working here. So for some reason, it was not detecting the private key file that was present in the configuration file, which I don't really know why, but we'll still look deep into it. So basically everything is changing right now. Yeah, and when you're writing your, what's it called, your blog, or yeah, when you're writing your blog, also put this command there and state basically what the private key file does. So yeah, everything works perfectly well. Everything has basically worked in the Ansible. So I don't know. If you guys have any questions, you can just let me know. And yes, another thing, which is the last thing, is the route tables. Sorry, is for the domain name or host name. So now if I go over to my route 53, yeah. So now you have to go to your domain provider, right? If it is Namecheap, if it is name dot um okay, so there should be I've basically forgotten the name of the domain provider. Okay, let's just use Namecheap. Yeah, let's use Namecheap. So I come over to my Raspberry 3, I can see one hosted zone. I click on the hosted zone, right? And below here, I can see the domain name that I set. It's live. And also, when I select this NS, right, which is a short for name servers, when I select it, you can see these values here, right? So now if I come over to my domain provider and I try to log in, that's if I still even remember, okay, remember the password, because it's been like forever. Okay, so it's asking for a verification code. Let me see. Okay, so this is okay. So whatever domain provider you're using, you go to your the back side of it, right, and come to the domain dashboard side, right, to where you have a dashboard, and you can basically just scroll through, right? So let's go to the domain list. Okay, let's go to the hosting list. Okay, let's try to refresh this. Okay, let's go to the hosting list. Seems that there's nothing there. Okay, okay, so like I said, the domain that I have was basically removed. So yeah, I can't access it anymore. Hmm. Okay. So what you need to do is these values that are here, right? This is what you're going to need. You're going to sync it to your domain provider's namespace section, right? You're going to sync it to your domain provider namespace section. I'm trying to look for the okay, so I'm guessing it's part of this GitHub student pack offer. So hopefully we are able to see it. Okay, so it's name.com. So we go to name.com. Yeah, so let's try to log in. Okay, so the same thing, they also want to send the code because it's been long I've used all these websites. Okay, so okay, okay. So basically the same thing that happened, the domain name that um basically had for over a year is no longer present. So yeah, yeah. So basically what you need to do is you need to like connect it right to the name servers, because if you do not connect it and you put your domain name in the browser, you will definitely get an error. I get what I'm saying. But once you are done with this whole what's it called, Terraform, Ansible fees, right, and everything has worked perfectly, you can just reach out to me. I get what I'm saying. And yeah, I can guide you towards getting it done. So if you have any questions, you can just send me a DM. So yeah, I'm going to try to run this again without this private key. Let me see if it's going to work or it's going to say through the same error. Okay, so it's still the same thing. It can't connect, permission denied, which I don't understand why, because if you check our ansible.cfg file, we basically have the file present here, right? The path to the file slash home slash ubuntu slash terraform slash ansible dash playbook, then slash london key 2.pen. Everything is present here, but it's still not detecting it. So yeah, you can basically just run it this way, and yeah, it will work perfectly well. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this class. Yeah, if you have any questions, like I said before, always send me a DM.